Hi there, it's Richard Edward Wurst, also known as Das Goravani, speaking to you today. I've got a few subjects to cover. First of all, I've been doing a lot of watching of Peta videos and some videos of people who are against vegetarianism. Clearly, I am a vegetarian, alright, and I love what Peta does, and I favorite all their videos. So, I just want to tell the anti-vegetarian people a little truth about my family, and it is this. I'm a grandfather. I have a daughter who has a daughter, and my ex-wife, with whom I had my daughter, and her mother are vegetarians. And I'm a vegetarian, my daughter's a vegetarian, my son's a vegetarian, and my granddaughter is a vegetarian. So what this means is that we have 4 generations of white vegetarians in a row. White American vegetarians. The grandmother, her daughter, which is my ex-wife, and then our daughter and her daughter, and my son. Now my son is a buff vegan bodybuilder. You can see his channel on YouTube, Ekster. I think that's E-K-K-S-T-E-R, because his name is Ekendra or Eki. You can see him breakdancing there, and you can see how nicely filled out and buff and perfect his body is. And he's been a vegetarian all his life. I'm in very good health for 48, and I've been a vegetarian for 30 years. My daughter, all her life, perfect health. My granddaughter is absolutely beautiful, and she's a vegetarian. My ex-wife and her mother are both fine and healthy, and they're vegetarians. So any theories or ideas that you might have about vegetarianism not working, or maybe over generations, we disprove your bogus theories, and you have no right to go on with this stuff. Watch the Peta videos and see the slaughter, see the pain, see the horror, and give it up. Come on, you don't need to eat meat. You really don't. It's so simple to be a vegetarian. It's totally in your mind that you need meat. It's completely like an addiction. Okay? Get into buying the fake meats like tofurkey. Get into cooking beans and rice, and there's so many types. Just get into it. You can live off things like trail mix, yogurt, bananas, breads, you know, beans, rice. You wouldn't believe how simple my diet is. It's so simple. I hardly spend any time cooking at all, and I'm healthy. I go to the doctor and they do the blood works, and it's like there's nothing wrong with me at all, and I don't feel any problems. So be vegetarian. Come on, get with it. And to use Jesus to justify meat eating is a totally bogus idea. The man spoke constantly about peace and love. I don't think he would agree with slaughterhouses. I think if you showed the Peta videos to Jesus, he'd vomit. Okay? It's gross. Slaughterhouses are terrible. Come on. Evolve, people. We're not dinosaurs, all right? Okay, next I want to thank the Jihadis for getting America off our ass and onto an independent energy policy. It took, Muslim extremists to finally convince us that we should do this. That's one good thing that came out of that. Otherwise, not. Okay, and a little more on jihad. Today I read an article about how young girls are being raped in Afghanistan, and the guys just get away with it. Even like sons of prominent chiefs rape everybody in the village and they just get away with it or whatever. They're raping really young girls and just getting away with it. And the girls are saying that it's the gunmen, up in the north, in the village, in the mountainous regions, And that's been going on forever, that warriors go somewhere, they conquer an area, they rape the women, they steal everything. So you see, look at what goes together. Guns, thugs, drugs, rape, war, armies, okay? And then justified by a religion. You know, but this God never shows up, and he never punishes these people who use his name and do all kinds of craziness. In Ireland, the normal people speak about the paramilitary groups as just a bunch of thugs who do drug running. I've heard that over and over from my Irish friends. And now we see that, you know, Allah's warriors are doing the same thing. They'll do anything, you know, to go forward with their aims in the name of Allah, but they're not religious, and good Muslims abhor them. And, you know, leads me to my next point, the backfire of bad desire. When you have a desire, especially a bad one, it's going to backfire. Like these jihadis, they want to kill Americans, say. But what's happening is a lot of Muslims are getting killed. It's a backfire. Way more Muslims are being killed than Americans in this whole mess that they've created. So that's one idea. That's an example of a backfire of bad desire. Yeah, anytime you have a bad desire, you're going to get the opposite. And actually, things always travel with their opposite. So that's why you have to walk the line of balance and not be extreme in any way. And lastly, I want to tell you a novel idea to probably most of you. It comes from the world of Jyotish, or Hindu astrology, or all astrology. And that is this, that according to your chart, there are good and bad times to do things. When the ascendant and the moon and other important good planets pass the main points in your chart that are good points, like the 9th house angle, that's a time to do something, because that's actually a blessed moment. Whatever you do at that moment is in harmony with your good side. So astrology tells you when these times are. And if you do things then, your future becomes better and better because you're in harmony with your own karma and with the universe. And then think of a person who has good karma, who's born beautiful and wealthy and famous. You see, they've already got good karma from the past, and it's brought forward into this life. That's why they have those things. They automatically act on their timings. I've watched this, you see. See, I'm a leader in Hindu astrology, as I wrote a program, and I've actually used it a lot to study lives and the timings when people did things. And people with good karma automatically do things on the appropriate times, just spontaneously. And people with bad karma pick bad times spontaneously, and their bad karma goes on. So actually in the future, in the distant future, all people will be in touch with this science, and they will choose to do things at the good times. And in doing so, they will have much better karma. It really works. You won't believe it. The universe is one. The universe is synchronistic. And if you work with it, things will improve. It's a part of working with divinity. Okay, that's it for now. I'm Richard Edward Wurst, or Das Goravani. You can write to me, das@goravani.com. And I'm really hoping someone comes along and makes it possible for me to just make videos and write, and nothing else, because I got a lot to teach. Thank you very much. Peace out.